Hello, my name is Xavier FERRES. I'm an architect and CEO of Ferres Arquitectos y Consultores, a company based in Barcelona. And we have more than 35 years of experience in facade development and technical facade around the world. First of all, I would like to introduce myself with a simple sentence. Yes, I'm an architect, but an architect with a special profile because my team and me, we have developed more than 180 buildings for the last 30 years, making incredible the ideas from the others, sharing them by teaching in different universities and especially drawing. We have a small and very dynamic office based in Barcelona, from where we offer facade consultancy for the best architects around the world, especially with even Ritzker Prize. Usually, architects imagine the result and the engineers create the process, or explaining it in another way, architects think what and engineers know how. So we, as facade consultants, move in an equidistant position between both, and our projects are developed with a simple philosophy. Technique and form are the same. Every day, more and more architecture studios focus their work on level of definition of the facade and the technical aspect and the conceptual and functional development, leaving the detailing and the specific topics and specific elements of the facade are delegated to the technical and specialists from the industry. So the most common way to face the problem of the technology is to claim the support of brands that help us to develop the most ambitious projects. Our role as consultant, in addition to above, is to think and advise from the strategic development. The present leads us to consider energy as one of the engines of evolution, and this has been the case for decades. However, this contrasts with the need to work with large formats and glazed surfaces that put so-called window-wall ratio increases, which is the energy performance of the facade, is in contradiction with the dimension of the transparent areas of the buildings. On the other hand, this need to increase the sizes requires larger panel dimensions, engineered for bigger and heavier glass panels by means an innovative connection and reinforced glazing support. The last year, we started with a jumbo glass, was 3.2 by 6.2. Actually, we have, with different suppliers, glasses from 18 meters height by 3.4. So, obviously, we can use these sizes of glass. The trend of the buildings around the world is to increase the glass surface, but balancing with the window-wall ratio, because we need to balance the comfort of the users contacting directly with across the glass, the landscape, the sea, the rest of the city, in order to respect the rules and regulations in terms of energy savings. The only way that I can explain my experience, my thought, my feeling about the technical decision, the technical elements, is drawing. My brain is connected with my hand directly. When we are creating, we have to pass from the concept and schematic design development, and construction documents, trying to be proactive with the architects, usually our clients, in order to achieve the maximal fidelity of original idea. For example, building is under construction in Barcelona, named Diagonal Zero, with It's a multi-story building. I think it's 27 levels with a special balcony. This is the original slab because it's a huge modification of the building. This is the slab. This is the beam that we have to support. The level of interior floor. This is exterior floor, and we have a shape like this. This is a balcony, this is a terrace. The building is something like this. It's more or less 110 meters, and all these balconies are here. And here we have, in the lateral facade, we have a typical curtain wall. It's a profile typical with spandrel and glass and windows, etc. The pass from here to here is very important to understand what happened. What is the slab? What is the structure? What is the weather line? In this case, with a sliding corridor, a sliding window, a huge, maybe 250-meter height, and this is a part, and we'd like to show this in color, but I think that it's clear in order to understand what happens when we have to develop from the concept to the detail. The second case that we'd like to share with you is a commercial and residential building in Ibiza, named Isla Blanca. The author is l'agence Moiti Rivière de Paris. The project is led by Moiti, and the local partner is Xavier FERRES. The main concept is a shadow device named voilette in français. It's an element qui vole. So the building is double like this, maybe 80 meters of length from here to here. To use this kind of material like a hat that produces the shadow under the face of a woman on the beach. And this element is something like this. You have there are different molds because this is the main structure of the building, and here is hanged a huge element like this that supports these curves. So we have the structural element. This is a cantilever, more than 200.4, and this is the voilette in ultra high performance concrete that allows it works perfectly like a shadow device. So we have the vegetal elements here, and we have the windows, openables, etc. So we have from here, we have as well another element here that is the characteristic of this building. The third case study is a multi-story hotel in l'Hospitalet, near Barcelona, in the Plaza Europa zone. It's a huge complex with a lot of buildings, hotels, office buildings, etc. This case is a project of Alonso y Balaguer. It's the most common and typical curtain wall facade. The building is a parallelogram like this, with a typical zone with machines and the HVC equipment, etc. And the rest of the facade is a grid, absolutely regular, with the profiles that I will explain, because in terms of technology it's very simple, but the effect is really very interesting. So we have these two profiles, and we are clipped and the main mullion of the facade. And that's it. So we have here, we have the Toyoito building, the Nouvelle building, RCR here as well, Moneo, and well, it is a very interesting complex that I invite you to visit, because if you are an architect passionate, I think that could be a good option to spend one day in order to know directly all this kind of different architecture. As conclusion, I would like to share with you 5 thoughts as a summary. First of all, evolution that improves considering aspects from different points of view, like industry, architects, investors, owners, and consultants like us. Second, the extreme conditions of use are solved anticipating the problems and building samples and performance and visual mock-up that are tested by the owners in terms to approve the final solution in order to check the transparency, the vibration, all the aspects that we have to control by using prototypes and mock-up in real size. Third, we have to look for collaboration for international brands that belong to a big and well-known group. Is the best option to guarantee a long experience of success. The fourth topic that I think that it's important to sum up this small explanation is involve the clients and users in the project. Planning, commissioning, exploitation, maintenance, lift and recycling building as way of working, because we have to change our attitude about the design and use of the buildings. And finally, we have to work from a global perspective, make it essential to combine the most diverse languages, cultures, rules and regulations, economic and social criteria with the most attractive architectural proposals. And for us, it's a privilege to be able to create a space for the better future. Thank you so much for the opportunity that I have to share my thought and my opinion. Thank you so much.